A single summer once felt like a small eternity. The long, golden afternoons. The empty days you genuinely did not know how to fill. Now an entire year can pass and feel like it lasted a weekend. The calendar hasn't changed. A year is still 365 days, exactly as it was when you were 8. The clock on the wall ticks at the same speed it always has. And yet something has shifted, quietly, year after year, until time itself seems to be slipping through your hands faster than you can hold it. You feel it most at the edges. A birthday arrives, and you can't believe it's come around again. December returns before you've finished thinking about spring. You think time is speeding up. You think the years are somehow getting shorter as you get older. But the real answer is far stranger, because the clock isn't moving any faster at all. What's changed is happening entirely inside your head, in the way your brain builds the very experience of time. Time isn't something your mind measures. It's something your mind makes, and the way it makes time is quietly breaking down. So why does a year feel so much shorter now than it did then? The oldest answer is also the simplest. More than a century ago, a French philosopher named Paul Janet noticed something obvious that no one had quite put into words. He suggested that you don't judge a length of time against the clock. You judge it against your own life. Think about what a single year is to a small child. To a 5-year-old, 1 year is a full fifth of everything they have ever lived. It is enormous. It is a vast, unmissable slice of their entire existence. Now think about what 1 year is to you. If you are 50, a year is just 1/50th of your life. The same 365 days, but measured against everything you've already lived, it has shrunk to a sliver. This is called proportional theory, and it has a strange, almost mathematical beauty. Each year you live is a smaller and smaller fraction of your total, so each year feels smaller too. The summers of your childhood felt endless, partly because back then they really were a huge proportion of all the time you had ever known. You weren't imagining it. By this logic, the years should keep compressing for the rest of your life, each one a thinner slice than the last. It's a lovely idea, but it can't be the whole story, because proportion alone doesn't explain why some weeks still crawl and others vanish. It doesn't explain why a single packed, unfamiliar trip can feel longer in memory than 3 months of your ordinary life. For that, you have to look not at how much time you've lived, but at how your brain decides, after the fact, how long something lasted. And to understand that, you have to understand a peculiar truth. Your sense of how much time has passed is built almost entirely out of memory. A scientist named David Eagleman has spent years studying how the brain constructs time, and his work points to something counterintuitive. When you look back and ask how long a stretch of time felt, your brain doesn't consult a clock. It checks how much it remembers. It measures elapsed time by the density of the memories laid down inside it. A period crammed with new, vivid, distinct experiences leaves behind a thick stack of memories. William James, writing in 1890, described almost exactly this. He noticed that the years of youth feel slow and full because they are stuffed with novelty and first experiences, while the years of adulthood grow hollow and swift, blurring together as life settles into routine. He used a haunting phrase. He said that as we grow older, the days and weeks smooth themselves out into a kind of empty sameness, and time seems to collapse. So here is the quiet machinery of it. As you age, novelty drains out of your life, not all at once, but steadily. You stop having so many firsts. You already know how to drive, how your job works, what your street looks like, what next Tuesday will probably hold. Your days become variations on